Some women will say, I didn't know he was abusive until like 6 months in or whatever, but there's always signs. And when I work with women that have patterns of dating, controlling, abusive men, there's always signs in the beginning. They just might not be so obvious, like they're not physically hurting them, but they're controlling, they're shaming them, they're belittling them, they're doing something where they're, texting them incessantly. They trying to control them in different ways of like, I don't want you going out with these girls, or no, you don't need another girls' night, or getting an attitude because you want to have a girls' night, right? Or they don't like something you're wearing and say it's too skimpy, or my wife doesn't get to wear it, whatever, right? There's always something. And again, it's not, they didn't physically harm someone or do something that's so obvious, but we have to pay attention to these things. And I always say anything that happens more than once is a pattern. So even if it's only 2 times, I don't care if it was in 6 months, they said something, they did a controlling behavior 2 times in that 6 months, 1 time. Again, there's many different things you could do. If you really love the person, always do the inner work so you get a different experience, but you can go to counseling therapy with them to address these things. But it may also be to just say, no, thank you. So again, obviously, this is generic advice, general advice, but really just we have to take ownership of what we're turning a blind eye to and a cheek to, because that's the only way you're going to stop it. Like I used to turn a blind eye to so many things, like obvious things of like, this is not a healthy individual that I'm dating, right? When I look now, I can laugh, because I'm like, girl, I put myself through it all. That's why I don't get mad at the men, right? I don't get mad at men. I don't blame men. I'm like, I let you in my life. I let you treat me a certain way. That's on me. People are going to do what they're going to do, right? That is on me that I allowed that experience for myself, right? And again, I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I had to look at myself with love and compassion, be very honest with myself, take full ownership for what I allowed to happen to me. And then, decide how I'm going to show up different for myself, and what new beliefs and self-concept, and what are my new boundaries, and what are the flags, and when it happens, what's going to be my plan of action, how am I going to say no, and et cetera. Good morning, Kim. You're my inspiration. Thank you for changing my life. I went from being so desperate to finding my true worth and value. Oh, Marie, I love that, baby. Thank you for sharing that with me. That makes me so happy, because that's what I want. I want you guys to get everything you want in your dream life, because we're here for that too. But I love when we go from not knowing our worth and value to being this goddess that we are, because it is so game changing. So thank you for sharing that, because you are worthy, baby. And I'm so happy that you finally know that about yourself. Nicole, oof, just went through that. Yeah, which is okay, right? It's how we learn. It's getting wise and understanding us more, and where we're still, turning a cheek and allowing and settling, right? Yes, it's emotional abuse for me. Yeah, there's lots of things. There's lots of things I'm not going to deal with. I'm just going to walk away immediately, because I don't conform. The world conforms to me, right?